Imagine a doctor in Chicago earning $380,000 a year, driving a new BMW, but unable to find even $5,000 for an emergency. It sounds like a joke, but it's a reality for millions. Watch until the end to understand how to avoid falling into this digital prison. Before we crack this financial code, subscribe to the channel and tell us in the comments what income amount would make you feel truly secure. Your activity helps spread the truth. A 2025 Goldman Sachs report shows that 41% of people earning between $300,000 and $500,000 live paycheck to paycheck. Even those making $500,000 a year often have no protection. We're used to thinking that money solves financial problems. Reach six figures and the stress disappears. Pass the $500,000 mark and money becomes irrelevant. But the data tells us something completely different. This is the high income trap. People earn more, spend more, but save zero. They wake up at 55 wondering where all the millions went. The trap doesn't care how much you make. It only cares how much you keep. This trap works on psychology, not arithmetic. It's called lifestyle inflation. It comes unnoticed. A $15 lunch becomes a $25 lunch, and a reliable sedan is replaced by a BMW. Every upgrade seems logical. You earned it, you can afford it, and the math seems to work. But when luxury becomes a routine, any spending cut feels like true poverty. Real millionaires live differently. Research from the Millionaire Next Door shows they don't look like rich people. They live in modest neighborhoods, drive older cars, and rarely show off their money. 94% of millionaires still live in middle-class neighborhoods. More than 62% of them plan a budget, look for discounts, and avoid waste even after hitting the $1 million mark. Here's a formula to test yourself. Multiply your age by your annual pre-tax income and divide by 10. This is your target net worth. If you're below this threshold, you're in a trap regardless of income. Real wealth is not what you spend, but what you have accumulated. In the book, The Millionaire Next Door, these people are called PAWs, prodigious accumulators of wealth. Their capital is much higher than expected for their age. The opposite is the UAW, or underaccumulator of wealth. These are people with huge incomes but tiny capital. They look like $1 million, but their net worth is less than their annual salary. This is the digital illusion of success. Let's look at two people. One earns $100,000 and saves 20%. The other earns $200,000 but saves only 5%. In 20 years, the first person will be much wealthier than the second, despite the lower salary. Why does this happen? Because status is expensive. Every extra $10,000 in income often pulls $12,000 in new expenses. Better hotels, more expensive wine, premium subscriptions. You buy things to impress people you don't even like. In 2025, credit card debt in the U.S. broke the ceiling at $1.27 trillion. Interestingly, people with 100-plus incomes have 30% more card debt than the middle class. They finance their success with their future self's money. When your fixed costs, mortgage, leasing, school, eat up 70% of your income, you lose your freedom. You can't change jobs or take a vacation because the system will collapse without the next paycheck. This is called hedonic adaptation. You get used to luxury in 3 months, and it becomes the norm. Now you need even more to feel the same joy. You run faster, but the dopamine fades. The problem isn't a $5 coffee. The problem is small. Habits that scale. Daily food delivery, Uber Black instead of walking. These micro expenses eat up millions in the long run. Every dollar you don't spend today is $10 in 20 years if invested. When you buy a useless thing for $1,000, you are actually throwing away $10,000 of your future freedom. You can optimize your life for two variables, either lifestyle now or freedom later. The choice is yours, but remember, income does not equal wealth. A simple test. If you lose your job today, how many months can you maintain your standard of living without borrowing money? Most rich people won't last even 3 months. We compare our spending with our neighbor's spending, but we don't see their debt. Perhaps their new Porsche is just another 8% loan dragging them to the bottom. Hacking the system starts with an audit. Check your subscriptions, auto payments, and status expenses. You'll be surprised how much money leaks through holes you didn't even know existed. Introduce a rule. Any purchase over $100 must wait 24 hours. This kills impulsivity and gives your logical brain a chance to beat marketing traps. Many say, "I'll start saving when I earn more." That's a lie. If you can't save 1% of $2,000, you won't save 1% of $20,000. The habit is more important than the amount. High incomes often push people into risky investments because they want fast returns. But true wealth is built on boring index funds and patience. The more you earn, the more the state takes. High income is the most taxed form of wealth. Asset owners pay less than salary earners. Real luxury is the ability to say no. No to a toxic boss. No to a project you don't like. No to living by someone else's script. Capital gives you this power. Your first goal is not a yacht, but FU money. An amount that allows you not to work for a year. This removes 90% of financial stress and gives you the upper hand in any negotiation. We are almost at the finish line. If you felt that these numbers were about you, that's good. This is the beginning of hacking your old system. Only 10 steps left to the exit. The hardest skill in finance is making the expense bar stop while income continues to grow. Wealth is created in this gap. If you don't define your enough, you will forever remain a slave to numbers. Don't rely on willpower. It will fail you at the mall. Set up an automatic transfer to an investment account on payday. You can't spend what you don't see on your card. Every purchase must pass a filter. Will this bring me money or just pull it out? Stocks, real estate, your own education are assets. A new iPhone or a brand bag are liabilities that depreciate faster than you leave the store. You won't catch up on lost time with large amounts later. $500 invested at age 20 is worth more than $5,000 at age 45. Start with what you have now, even if it seems meager. Stop playing the impress the neighbor game. The people whose opinion you worry about so much are actually too busy with their own debts to think about yours. True victory is when you don't care what they think. If all your friends spend everything to zero, you will do the same. Find a community of people who brag not about new purchases, but about achieved goals and capital. Your environment is your financial forecast. So, your action algorithm. 1. Calculate your net worth. 2. Create a 6-month cushion. 3. Fix your expenses. 4. Invest the difference. It's boring, but it's the only way that works. The main secret isn't how much you earn. The main secret is what part of your freedom you are willing to buy back from the system today to own all your time tomorrow. The high-income trap is a prison with very expensive walls. But there's a way out, and it's in your hands. You can be rich on paper or be free in reality. Choose freedom. Thank you for hacking the system with me. Write the word freedom in the comments if you're ready to start your journey. And don't forget to check other videos on my channel to strengthen your financial immunity.